Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Jess Hilarious from The Breakfast Club is going viral over spilling the tea of what she saw when she was at Shaquille O'Neal's house. But y'all are focusing on the wrong issues. Jess revealed that Shaq has 4 white girls living with him, and she saw 1 washing the dishes, 1 doing the laundry, and 2 others cleaning up. My question is, Jess, what were you doing at Shaquille O'Neal's house, and what were you doing while those ladies were doing their chores? And more importantly, you said you're going back there tonight. Some jokes just write themselves. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. Y'all see the smile on my face. Y'all know what day it is. It's Friday. Let's get it. My favorite day of the week is finally here, and I am in a good mood. Let's get it. All right. Gotta calm down a little, Trent. All right. I have 4 lead stories for you. We're going to kick it off by talking about a police officer in the Diddy case who was put on administrative leave accused of covering up an incident. Wendy Williams' assisted living facility calls the cops on her niece and accuses her of taking Wendy Williams away. Teyana Taylor finalizes her divorce, but that's actually fake news. And are you guys ready for Kendrick and Drake beef part 2? In quick news, we're going to talk Nick Cannon, Tyler Perry, Jess Hilarious, Telsa, Shannon Sharpe, Dawn Robinson from EnVogue, 50 Cent, and Ricky Rose. As always, we're going to close out the show with comment of the day, social discussion of the day, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm very excited to start this Friday show. Let's go. All right, we have a breaking story. Diddy's legal team accuses CNN of altering and destroying the original video of Cassie's 2016 assault. Get a load of this. In a new filing, Diddy's legal team is making some new claims against CNN in regard to the 2016 footage showing Diddy assaulting Cassie. According to TMZ, Diddy's defense is alleging CNN destroyed the only copy of the video and altered the footage before airing it to the masses. More specifically, Diddy's team is accusing CNN of covering the video's timestamp, changing the video sequence, and speeding it up to appear as if the video occurred faster. Cassie's lawyer responded to the allegations, stating he's confident of the validity and the accuracy of the footage aired on CNN. Of course, her lawyers, of course, are going to say that. Do you guys remember this week? You could go back and check. I don't know if it's Monday or Tuesday. When I was talking to you guys about Diddy and the Odell Beckham and Drewski case, I said, there is still another thing going on that's working on. I said there was something that's going to come out this week, and this is what it is. Diddy's team says that CNN has destroyed the original recording of the Cassie video, and because the original is no longer there, that this tape that they played, the altered video that they played, can no longer be admissible in court. How could CNN destroy the original? A big billion-dollar company, and all of a sudden they're just destroying evidence, and they knew that this would be evidence. It's not like they just got this and then it was happening. The feds were already investigating Diddy already. They knew about it, but all of a sudden, and I'll tell you about it, you're going to hear even TMZ says, hey, CNN says they uploaded this videotape, edited, and destroyed the original. Did they really destroy the original? Or has Diddy been working? Yo, huge. I never thought that this would come out like this. We have been talking about this video for a couple of months. Diddy's team has let it be known that they don't want this video to be admissible. I told you guys that already. I'm like, they're working on it. I'm going to explain why they don't want it in court. He's not on trial for this, but this tape was going to be their character witness of, hey, we're going to show you who Diddy is, okay? And CNN deleted the original. Let's go on with the story, but think about it. All right, why this is a huge story is for the fact that this videotape is the only visual evidence that we can see of Diddy being this monster that everybody is alluding to, civilly, criminally, or whatever. When it's like, oh, he's this big monster. Don't forget, most people weren't against Diddy until this video came out. Everybody was like, who knows? Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? The video dropped and people were like, yo, we're over. He's canceled. And that's when he lost all of his deals, right? Similar to like Jay-Z, you hear all of these accusations, but there was no proof, so everyone's fine. He kept his NFL deal and all of that stuff. This video plays a pivotal role in the case. Now, although this incident is not what he's on trial for, the prosecution wanted to use this as evidence to show his character. And now, and I'm going to play you a video, what TMZ is saying or what they've learned is that this video may no longer be admissible. And if this video is in there, what proof, what visual proof do they have to be able to show the jury that Diddy is this person? There's nothing else. Everything else will have to be character witnesses and testimony. And y'all know how the law works. You could discredit somebody in 2 seconds if you are a good lawyer, which is the reason why they wanted to use this. Just to reiterate again, Diddy is not on trial for this Cassie incident. It's beyond a statute of limitation, and this is a state issue. Diddy is on trial for Fed charges. It's a RICO charge. However, this video was going to be their, what they call best evidence, where it was the crown jewel, where they were like, we're going to tell you about this guy, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, here it is. And you're like, wow, yeah, he must be guilty if he can do this. If this video cannot be admissible anymore, this is a huge win for Diddy. All right. So, CNN purchased the only known copy of the hotel surveillance footage, uploaded the footage into an editing software, altered the video, and then destroyed the original footage, even though it knew about and repeatedly reported about the federal investigation. As a result, the CNN videos do not fairly and accurately depict the events in question. Crazy. Now, let me just break that down. Because it's not in its original form and because it's not in sequence, you can't play it for a jury because who knows what really happened. Diddy could say, this was self-defense. What did she do to him before? You know, that's not likely to happen, but this is not my and your opinion. This is what is allowed into evidence or not. So because they don't have just the original tape of here, this is the time, this is what everything, you don't know what CNN could have done to it. Changing the sequence. Did this happen first or did this happen last? Was she doing something to him? What we need to see the original before that we can make a decision to show this to a jury, because this could be very misleading. The fact that you altered it, what was on the tape, and why did you destroy the original? Oh, anyways, take a listen to Harvey from TMZ.
We just broke a huge story on the website. An unbelievable story. The prosecution wanted to play this video to the jury in the federal case. I do not think that's going to happen because CNN altered this video before it aired it and has now destroyed the original. It was altered. They did not air the full version. They said they sped it up. They took things out of sequence.
Right.
If true, it is shocking.
But even if you do edit it, why destroy the original?
CNN might be the entire reason why Diddy beats this case. Crazy. Now, a couple of things. So, it might not be admissible, right? We already know the original is gone, deleted. Is anything ever really deleted anymore? But anyways, let's not focus on that, all right? Let's just focus on the altering, okay? Original, gone. Bye. Diddy did his magic, okay? Now, if it cannot be admissible, you have to think about something. Think about the time before you saw that videotape. Not everybody was against Diddy. When Cassie came out, it was a civil case, And some people were on the fence. Oh, maybe she's lying or whatever, blah, blah. He came out and denied it. He said, all of these things aren't true. Doesn't matter that I settled. They're not true. Some people were on the fence. Some people didn't say anything. As soon as the tape came out, that's when everyone was like, yo, it's over for him. And then he lost all of his deals. Similar to like Jay-Z. Like we heard all the accusations. We didn't see any proof with anything. So the NFL, he kept all of his deals. Put yourself back in the mind state before seeing this videotape. Before you saw this videotape, did you think Cassie was just lying or did you think she was telling the truth? I'm sure a lot of you will go back and say, well, you don't know. You don't know if she was just out for money or not. If the jury does not get to see this tape, it is a huge advantage for Diddy and his team. I'm shocked. I cannot believe this. I mean, I'm not shocked at the delete part. I heard that they were working on that, but whatever. But the altering part, I didn't even hear about that part. Like, why wouldn't you, like, okay, you deleted. Like, let's forget about that. Why would you show us an alternated one, an altered video? Why would you change the sequence? Like, why would CNN do that? It makes no sense. Anyways, if this is not admissible, I'm not saying that Diddy's going to get off. I'm not hoping that he's going to get off at all. I'm just saying CNN totally messed this whole thing up. They're going to have to go into court. They're going to have to testify. Yes, Cassie still gets to testify, but why? They're going to have to answer why they did the sequence, why they sped it up. I don't think the speeding up is anything that bad, but the altering, and they're going to have to explain why they deleted it. Let's see these answers. Let me know what you guys think about the comment section below. You think this is, a win for Diddy? Well, it is a win for Diddy, but do you think that this could get him off? Do you think this alters the trial? And like I said, go back in your mind state before seeing this video. If you're a juror that hasn't seen this video, and they're going to try their best to find jurors that haven't seen this video, and you don't see it, do you believe the case? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our first lead story. Maui police chief placed on administrative leave amid allegations of covering up a 2018 R-word case involving Diddy, Drewski, and Odell Beckham Jr. All right, trust me, y'all, the last thing I wanted to do is bring you another Diddy story. Y'all have Diddy fatigue, and so do I. But trust, if I'm bringing something to you, it's because this has legs. This is the first civil case that I have seen that actually sounds like there could be some criminal investigation or even maybe criminal charges being laid. So I had to tell you about it. All right, let's get to it. All right. A police chief is facing repercussions amid accusations that he helped cover up an R-word case involving Diddy. The mayor of Maui County has reportedly requested that the Maui County Police Commissioner place John Pelter on administrative leave after an amended SA legal lawsuit against Diddy Combs, Sean Diddy Combs, named him as an accomplice. The lawsuit alleges that Pelter misidentified himself and dismissed the alleged victim's claims after she contacted police. As previously reported, Diddy, along with comedian Drewski and NFL star Odell Beckham Jr., was accused earlier this week of SAing a woman named Ashley Parham in 2018. In the amendment, Parham claimed she fled the scene after the alleged incident to a neighbor's home for help. She says she was put in touch with Pelter, a Las Vegas police captain at the time, and he falsely told her that he was the sheriff. The suit states, Pelter falsely posed as the sheriff and told the alleged victim and the neighbor that they had received several noise complaints prior to the neighbors calling and instructed Parham to find a way to get home. Allegedly, Pelter then gave an envelope believed to contain cash to the neighbor and took Parham and the other plaintiffs at point back to their house. There, they were allegedly restrained and prevented from contacting legal representation. Accusing Pelter of acting unlawfully, her suit continues and says, He had no interest in helping. His actions indicated a desire to keep the incident under wraps. The mayor acknowledged that the allegations may not be proven, but still justified Pelter's temporary leave, stating, while the allegations in the amended complaint remain unproven, they are serious in nature and involve claims of alleged criminal misconduct. Pelter has denied the claims, joining Drewski and Beckham in rejecting the allegations. He responded by saying, this request is both premature and unjust. I fully intend to cooperate with any necessary processes to ensure the truth is known. This investigation is ongoing. Okay, now you and me both have heard at least 15 or 20 by now of these civil suits. Don't tell me this doesn't sound way more believable than all the other ones. I'm not saying it's true. And I'm not saying that I heard that there's actually going to be some criminal investigation. I'm not going to say that. And if I am going to say that, I'll say allegedly. But people are looking into this. Now, I'm not saying that the Drewski and Odell Beckham part is true. But if this sheriff that's pretending to be a sheriff turns out to be true, then maybe the rest of her story is true. I don't know. This is actually turning, I'll just tell you this part. I have heard that this is actually turning into something serious. One of the only civil cases that might actually get turned into a criminal case. If you remember, Cassie's was a civil case, but because there were so many elements in her civil trial and her civil lawsuit that were true and became public, when the Fed started to put certain pieces together, they opened up the investigation, they raided Diddy's home, and now y'all know where Diddy is. So if the mayor of Maui is like, yo, we want to put this guy on leave, and the article ends off by saying there's an investigation, all I'm saying, Drewski, the sheriff, Odell Beckham Jr., y'all better lawyer up. That's all I have to say. I'll turn it to you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We will hear more about this case. Trust me. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys this. Sorry. The neighbor is allegedly also working with the investigation. And that's what makes this case very different from all the other cases, is that there's actually an eyewitness that filed noise complaints. So that is what the investigation is all about. They're talking with the neighbors. Maybe there could be some video, maybe a Ring camera, etc., etc. They're talking there's people outside of the victim who are talking. And once you have that, then you have way more proof than just somebody saying, oh, this happened. Remember the girl in the Jay-Z case where it was like, oh, I was here. And then the father couldn't collaborate what she was saying. Then the Jane Doe in the Diddy case, in the Jay-Z case also said, oh, I was talking with some rock and roll guy, and the rock and roll guy said, hey, I wasn't even here. I was at another place. I wasn't even at the VMAs. These people who she's saying in her suit, these people are saying that what she is saying is true. Once you have witnesses, and if there's evidence, like noise complaints, there was calls, that's why they're investigating. That's all I'm going to say. I really wish I could add more, but this is it. No more additions. We'll wait till where it comes out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our second lead story. Wendy Williams' assisted living facility files a police report accusing her niece of the K word, taking Wendy for dinner, and Wendy calls it unbelievable. According to TMZ, sources told them that Wendy Williams and her niece found themselves in some hot water after Alex, her niece, decided to take her aunt out for dinner. Sources say that Alex accompanied Wendy from the hospital where she was getting her psychological evaluation, and then they went back to the assisted living facility. After spending some quality time together, Alex then offered to take Wendy out for dinner. According to sources close to Wendy and her guardian, Sabrina Morrissey, officials at the assisted living facility called the NYPD. The assisted living facility proceeded to file a police report claiming Wendy Williams' niece evaded staff by taking her out of the building for dinner. According to TMZ, Whitney, I keep calling her Whitney. According to TMZ, Wendy is not allowed to leave the 5th floor memory unit without an attendant pushing the elevator button. However, the outlet says the two women did have an attendant accompany them down to the lobby, even opening the door of their Uber for them to get in. Furthermore, TMZ reports that they received a letter Tuesday evening, March 11th, from the lawyers representing Williams' guardian, Sabrina Morrissey. The letter alleges that Wendy Williams is able to freely come and go from the facility as she pleases. It also allegedly says that there are no restrictions placed on family visits despite tonight's drama, which Williams calls unbelievable, further calling her guardian a liar. Yo, Wendy is super slick, man. Anyways, take a look to this video and then I'll explain to you what's going on. Take a listen.
So, our recent events have been unbelievable. Talk about
We came back from dinner and apparently police were called. But I was told that at some point police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval. Which according to everything that we have learned in terms of this whole situation, wondering exactly how that correlates with the statements that the guardian has made that Wendy is able to come and go as she pleases.
Right.
And that there are no family visits that are blocked.
Clearly, they are lying to me when they say I can go out and do what I want to do. This is my niece, Alex.
Yo, Wendy is slick, yo. All right, so I'm not going to say this was done on purpose, but y'all know, I think it was yesterday where I told you that Sabrina, Wendy's guardian, has sent out letters to the Breakfast Club, TMZ, it's defending Sabrina, saying Wendy could do what she wants. She's allowed to leave. Her family could come and see her. You guys are dragging my name in the media. We're going to sue you guys for defamation. Not in so many words, but that's pretty much what they're alluding to, saying, hey, I, Sabrina Morrissey, haven't done anything. Remember, we even told you that she said that she has an A1 record, that it's not blemished. She is perfect. She's not doing anything. So Wendy was like, okay. And also I told you guys that Wendy decided to stay in the hospital until they could find another place for her. But they conjured up this plan, kind of, let's just say. And I might have to edit that out. Anyways, so they said, okay, you know what? Let's go back to this facility. Let's go upstairs, go into her room, and then let's just leave, because that's what Sabrina says, right? Sabrina said, yo, she could leave whenever she wants. Family could come in. So her niece went in and they left. And look what happened. The assisted living facility is calling the popo on them. Now they have proof. Hey, maybe somebody told them to do this so that they can have this proof when they go to court. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe they just decided to go out for dinner and this is just, something that they can use in court. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Free Wendy, yo! Let's go! Our third lead story. Iman Shumprit, I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Give me some grace, it's Friday, okay? Agrees to multi-million-dollar divorce settlement with Teyana Taylor. She's set to receive 4 homes valued at over $10 million, a one-time 7-figure payment, $8,000 per month for child support, and a $300,000 Maybach, and a $70,000 Mercedes Sprinter, and more. All right, so there's a big hole right up here, and I am not going to read it to you. I'm going to read you something more important. Shout out to Lauren LaRosa from the Breakfast Club. Before I even got this from Lauren, I knew that this story was cap, and I'll tell you why. Because I remember in 2024 telling you guys about their divorce being finalized, and they just had one more thing to sign, but everything else was signed up. So when I saw this, this come across my timeline, I was like, this doesn't make sense because this was finalized months ago. So what are they talking about? And then I saw this from Lauren. Lauren says, Teyana Taylor's mom and manager, Nikki Taylor, has responded to reports of a multi-million-dollar divorce settlement between Teyana and Iman. It's awful strange that a case is sealed from a divorce that was finalized in July 2024, but all of this information as to what she allegedly got is public this week. What about what the other party received? Let's be crystal clear. Both parties walked away with the properties, vehicles, and businesses that they obtained separately. And what is so funny about this is that in the article, and many articles that I saw, it says, Teyana Taylor filed for bankruptcy back in 2023 after being married for 8 years. The two reached a legally binding agreement in June 2024. And after several months, they finally agreed to, and after several months, Iman finally agreed to Teyana's request. So if they're saying that it's 2024, why are we only hearing about this now? And I told you guys about this back then. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, you got to be careful what you read out there. Fake information, false news. That's why I didn't even want to stick this in quick news. I wanted to put this up in lead stories so that we could stop the cap. Like I tell you all the time, every day, you guys just have to follow what I tell you, man, because we always tell you what's good here. And we told you guys this months ago. Stop the cap, people. Our fourth lead stories. Reported features on Playboi Carti's I Am Music album. All right, now you must know if I'm putting this in lead stories, it's not about Playboi Carti's new album, all right? Just give me a second, let me cook. So, DJ Academics was on his stream telling everybody, yo, tune in Friday, midnight. We're streaming Playboi Carti's album, and I'm going to give you guys some leaked information, okay? Just like I said, this has nothing to do with Playboi Carti. It's about Kendrick and Drake, but let me build up the story. Let me cook. DJ Academics said this. Carti got Pluto, Slime, Uzi, Trav, Weeknd floating on that ish. I nearly shed a tear listening to that ish. That ish for everybody, I swear. By the way, Purple Haze Uzi back. Then he put up this his call log to show that he was on FaceTime for an hour and 13 minutes. But it's the next post that got this in lead stories. Academics said this. Take a listen.
Buckle up, y'all. You're talking again. No leaks. No leaks.
Playboi Carti, Kendrick Lamar, I Am Music tonight. By the time some of y'all hear this, the album will have already been out. What is Kendrick Lamar going to say? Now listen. If Academics is saying this, then I'm sure it has something to do with Drake. And second of all, don't tell me that Kendrick Lamar is going to start a new beef with somebody else after being crowned the winner by pretty much every single person. I mean, he's already on top. He has the Super Bowl, the Grammys, or whatever. Like, there's no way that he could be saying something else about somebody else. It's impossible. So he probably has something to say to Drake. Maybe Drake said something on not Nokia, but on whatever, Songs for You with Party Next Door. There was something subliminal. Maybe, Drake has been putting out little subliminal things. Maybe he wants to take a little victory lap, and then Drake is in a space where he's going to come back. If he alludes halfway to anything, it's on Drake is going to drop. I'm telling you, I'm predicting it. I want to predict this. So y'all will see when this comes out on YouTube and podcast platforms. This is out before Playboi Carti drops. My prediction, Kendrick is going to say something to Drake. Subliminally, it's going to be all over social media, and we're going to get a Drake and Kendrick part 2. Summer's heating up. Summer's heating up. Kendrick is on top right now. I feel like he's going to take a victory lap. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you're here for it, because I know a lot of people are done with the beef with Kendrick and Drake. However, I think we're not done with the beef, but we're done with the beef that we have. Like, we don't want to hear Not Like Us. We don't want to hear Family Matters. We don't want to hear Heart Part 6. We don't want to hear anything that we've already heard. That conversation is over. But a part two? A part two? A part two? Yo. I'm here for it. Let me know if you're here for it. We'll find out on Monday if I was wrong, but I think I might be right. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. All right, y'all. This brings us to quick news. Ring my Friday bell. Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Oh! Ring my Friday bell. Our first quick story. Sorry, I gotta try to calm down. I get very excited on Fridays. All right, our first quick story. Bre opens up about her relationship with Nick Cannon and their family dynamic. In a new interview, Bre opens up about her non-monogamous relationship with Nick Cannon. She also speaks on their family dynamic, and she talks about wanting their son to build a relationship with his siblings. Bre also discusses her relationship with the other women who share children with Nick Cannon. Okay, this thing is like, it's a whole podcast, it's a whole thing. I'm going to play a little clip, but it's really not about what she says. I just wanted to use this as an example to tell y'all something, and especially say something to Nick Cannon. Take a listen.
This is me genuinely curious about non-monogamy.
Okay. I can always communicate with him and tell him, I want more time. I want this. I want to go here. I want to do this. Like, and he's like, okay. It's literally that simple. So I don't think that we necessarily set any sort of like structure per se around how we were going to move. But I would like to think in our entire relationship, we've really been very thoughtful of each other and how we move and what we do.
Sorry, I said before, say something to Nick Cannon, say something to Neo. Do you hear how just like calm and just chill and normal she sounds? And how I want to applaud Nick for not having any drama. You never hear any of his girlfriends or baby mamas, whatever you want to call them. You never hear them saying anything bad. They're always like very cordial with each other. You hear Bre saying, I want my son to know his siblings and to do all that stuff. Yes, in the podcast, she does say, you know what, sometimes I get a little jealous. Christmas or holidays are hard because this guy has 5 or 6 different, I think it's 5 baby moms. Like he can't be at, the same place. He can't be with each of them on Christmas or New Year's or whatever. Right. So, but she doesn't say it with any animosity. She doesn't say it with any anything, any hatred in her heart. She says it as just pure, Anyways, what I love about Nick Cannon is that he's not like backstage with his 4 girls kissing all of them before he leaves and then goes out on stage like Neo is doing. Like, why are you doing that, bro? And then Nick is not like on every single radio show being like, we live a polyamorous relationship. This is poly. And I don't want any ownership with everybody. Blah, blah. Like, and by the way, for anybody who's just new to this channel, we've been talking about Neo and his polyamorous relationships, and I don't believe it. The same thing, like, I have a story coming up about Shaquille O'Neal. Neo is a celebrity. He has girls. It's simple as that. He doesn't live a real polyamorous relationship. I guarantee you in a few months, those girls are replaced. A polyamorous relationship is really about a relationship where people are together for 5 or 6 or 7 years. And even if it's the case, it's not being filmed and shown backstage and posted online so that Neo could look cool to his fans, be like, yeah, I got 4 girls. Bro, you're a celebrity. They don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? It has nothing to do with you. Anyways, I wanted to applaud Nick Cannon for living the life that he wants to live and being with people that want to be with him, I assume for the right reasons. They don't blast themselves all over social media or do anything. I think it's very classy and very tasteful. You don't have to agree with their lifestyle and what they're doing, but I think that it's only fair that we at least respect the way in which they're doing it, and not like how Neo is, where all 4 girls are together and he's okay, bye baby. Like, who does that? Like, he's like, are you serious, bro? Anyways, I'm tired of Neo. Shout out to Nick Cannon. Our second quick story. Tyler Perry's Beauty in Black gets renewed for season 2 on Netflix. All right, this news dropped just days after part 2 of season 1 premiered. This is the first season. Season 2 will release also in 2 parts. Tyler Perry shared the exciting news saying, "We left fans on the edge of their seats at the end of season 1. If you thought season 1 was a wild ride, you are not ready for season 2. Shout out to Tyler Perry. I'm a fan. I think I more support Tyler Perry just for who he is. His movies and shows are not necessarily for me. It's a little bit like of a fast drama where I prefer like a slow, methodical character developing process. But just like music, there's different genres of music, right? So, but I applaud him for his work effort and just his story, coming up being homeless to be now a billionaire in the studios that he owns. So like salute to him. Have you guys seen it? I have seen part 1 of season 1. I tried to start part 2 of season 1. I got through like 1 episode, but I haven't finished it yet. So let me know if you guys like it. Let me know if you're tuning in. It's something to watch. Like even if you're not like super into it, it's like reality TV, right? It's just something like good to watch, to have on. I watch it before I go to sleep. No shade. Don't try to say I'm like shading in the comment section, but it's a nice little like filler like between shows. So anyway, shout out to Tyler Perry and let me know if you guys have checked out Beauty in Black. Our third quick story, Jess Hilarious reveals she visited Shaq's house recently and she says this man is living like Neo. Jess Hilarious shares that she recently visited Shaquille O'Neal's house and revealed that he was living with 4 white girls. Let's take a listen to Jess.
I'm at Shaq's house yesterday, right?
Yo!
And this man is living like Neo. He got 4 white bitches, big booties in there. Like one is in the kitchen cleaning, the other one is in the basement.
Shaq,
4.
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, I mean I don't know another Shaq.
Right.
What is Jess Hilarious doing in the house while these other women are there doing whatever it is that they're doing? And she also just said today that she's going back tonight. Now, this sounds like there's something developing. Jess Hilarious is smart enough to know not to spill tea like that on a celebrity, right? If you go over to a celeb's house or if you have a relationship with a celeb, you have that relationship because you're not going to say things about them, right? There's a million things that I know of or that I have seen that I would never tell you guys because I would never want to ruin my relationships. I say it here all the time where I'm like, I'll wait till it gets out in the news and then I will tell you guys. Nobody wants to not be invited to the parties or be in the circle, the entertainment circle. So there's something that's going on. I haven't figured out what it is. I won't lie. I called around, but there's something going on. We're going to hear something in the next couple of weeks or whatever. I just don't believe the story of just like, yeah, I was just chilling at Shaq's house. And yeah, I'm just going back tonight. There's something up. Trust me. Okay. Trust me. Shaq, she would not just put that information out about Shaq for nothing. And don't forget, Shaq is big into comedy. Huge. Remember he had his Shaq, I can't remember the name of his comedy fest. Shaq was one of the guys who put Kevin Hart on. If you go back and you can Google the story. So Shaq is big into comedy. Jess is coming up, comedian. They're working on something. All right. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I could be wrong. Let me guys know what you think in the comment section below. Our fourth quick story. The hate for Tesla continues to grow strong. All right. A friend of mine, Mars, shout out to Mars, sent me this clip. And I have heard about the Tesla backlash. Somebody that does some work for me told me that they have a Tesla and somebody cut them off the other day and then got out the car and like gave them the finger. It was like, for what? He's like, I have a Tesla. Any Tesla owners out there, have you guys experienced anything? I'm going to play a video for you guys in a second. Are you experiencing anything? And my more important question is that if you were thinking about getting a Tesla before, would you want to get one now? Here is a video. Take a listen. Okay, that's crazy work. I would get out and I would literally be like calling the cops on people. When the Cybertruck first came out, I'm not a Tesla guy at all. Just the fact that Elon Musk is attached to it and I'm not his biggest fan. That was one thing. I'm not an EV, like a huge EV guy. I want to respect the environment and all of that stuff, but I haven't gotten there yet. And then third of all, I was thinking about a Cybertruck when they first came out because I thought they were cool, and I'm a car guy. I'm into cars. I'm like, yo, it's super cool. It's different. But I just feel, first of all, I saw it and I was like, I don't know if it looks as cool in person. And then I kind of just got over it. It was more just like you haven't seen them, but as you saw more of them, I was kind of just like, eh. But now I wouldn't even think of getting one because it now represents MAGA. And whether, like, y'all know I'm independent, but whether I'm MAGA or I'm a Democrat or whatever, like, I wouldn't want to drive a car that is the face or that represents a party unless I am diehard that party. And y'all know I am not MAGA, right? Like, I'm independent. But I don't know. I don't think that that's what I would want to do. So anyways, y'all let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you just wanted to get a Tesla because they were good EV, have you now changed your mind because it is now representative of Elon Musk, the firing, Doge, and MAGA? Let me know in the comment section. Our fifth quick story. Shannon Sharpe called out after announcing interview with comedian Andrew Schulz. People say they want him canceled. Shannon Sharpe fans are not too thrilled that he sat down with Andrew Schulz. Andrew Schulz has been accused of anti-blackness and speaking poorly about black women. Somebody said, well, Shannon Sharpe has officially proven himself to be a N-word Harriet Tubman would have done something to. Another person wrote, after building an audience on Black America's faves, Shannon Sharpe is now clearly courting the right wing, and this ish is canceled. Okay, so I was going to read you another one, but it's basically the same thing. Actually, let me read you this. Can somebody please provide insight on why Shannon Sharpe is interviewing this weirdo? Like, what's the reason when your show is watched primarily by Black people? He's not like us. He would have not been invited to the cookout, even if we still doing that ish. I'm confused. Okay, so let me do my thing and look at things from both sides. Okay, I'm a fan of Shannon Sharpe. 1. 2, has Shannon Sharpe built his platform to Black America? Yes. He brings on a lot of Black comedians, Black personalities, etc. While you're building a platform, do you want to branch out and also have other audiences so that you can expand and grow? 1,000%. This is a business, right? And the more versatile your business is, makes sense for any entrepreneur. So I understand what he's doing. However, I don't agree necessarily with the way he's going about doing it. We have told you, I think it was sometime this week, where Mona from Don't Call Me White Girl was calling out Shannon Sharpe. And there's some people last week that was calling out Shannon Sharpe for having Amber Rose on his show as well, too, because y'all know that she is MAGA and she was going for Donald Trump. Now, while I understand growing your base or growing your platform and not just staying in one niche, there's a way to stay true to your core audience, okay? And I did this with my sneaker boutique and my retail stores. I'll give you a very small example. Yes, we are a sneaker boutique. However, I always wanted a mom that came in, a father or a grandparent or whoever came in with their sneakerhead to feel A, comfortable in the store, B, feel like they could purchase something in the store while catering to the sneakerhead who were my base. And nobody ever felt alienated. That is a business plan. That is a marketing strategy. And you do that with the type of music you play in the store. For example, I would play the commercial version or the radio version of a song. So if any white people were coming in the store, they wouldn't feel any sort of way with the N-word or swearing, or older people don't want to hear the N-word or swearing, but I would still play the most recent and latest tracks in the store. So the younger sneakerhead was like, yo, I love Exo City because they're playing the new Playboi Carti album. They're playing the new Kendrick. They're playing GNX, etc. They're not even noticing that we're playing the clean version, but the mom and the dad and the grandmother are. And for example, the people who were serving, they were young, cool, and dressed enough to identify with the younger customer that was coming in, but not overtly so that the father or the mother or the grandmother felt like they couldn't speak to them. And we would teach them when they came in how to, serve and things to say or whatever, and how to make everybody feel inclusive. That was in the employee manual set out by me. It was my vision. Okay. So let me get back to Shannon Sharpe. Because a retail store is a little bit different from a platform or content creating. But what Shannon Sharpe can do when he's interviewing somebody like Andrew Schulz, who is known to be recently a little bit ostracized from the Black community, and I'm not going to get into why people in the Black community don't like him. He has said some things on his podcast. He made what he's saying is a joke about Black women, and Black women were like, that's not funny, that's not a joke, boom, he's canceled, etc. Okay? But what Shannon Sharpe could do is, if he wants him on the show, have him on the show, but talk to him about what he did, so that your Black audience, your Black female audience, feels like you're riding for them. Ask him what he can do better, what he's learned from that experience, or better yet, have a Black woman co-host with you and come in and speak to him and have her address him for their concerns. And then now you get Andrew Schultz's audience, and you also appeal and double down on your Black audience that they're like, yo, Shannon Sharpe has our back. He's riding for us and got a Black woman, because as a Black man, I could be there for you. I could defend you, but I don't know how you feel by those comments, right? Because I am not a Black woman. That's all you got to do, Shannon. So having Amber Rose on and having Andrew Schulz, and I have watched, and he did ask him about it, but he didn't hold him to the fire enough, if you ask me. And that's just the way how you do it. See, I just gave you guys a little piece of information there. That's why I charge for these things. Shannon, hire me. Just do a little consulting. I got you, bro. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our sixth quick story. Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 premiere delivers lowest rating in franchise history. All right, Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 premiere made a rough debut, hitting an all-time ratings low with only 723,000 total views and a disappointing 0.18 rating in its coveted 18-49 demo. The episode's performance marked a sharp drop from the previous seasons. Once a flagship of Bravo's reality lineup, these numbers reflect the change that the show faces, especially after a tumultuous season 15. The show brought a fresh mix, including Portia Williams and Cynthia Bailey's return, along with newcomer Brittany, Kelsey, Angela, plus Drew, along with the return of other housewives. However, the fan favorite Candy Burrows officially, I'm sure I'm pronouncing her name wrong, give me some grace, officially exited after the 14th season. Longtime viewers have begun questioning the show's direction. Just following up with my due diligence. Told y'all I was going to keep up. Have you guys watched Real Housewives of Atlanta? I'm going to try to watch this weekend because I actually really like Portia. I told you guys I watched her whole Breakfast Club interview. I did some research on her. I like her. I feel bad because she was brought back. She did all these interviews and they had the lowest debut ever. I thought all that drama going on with her and Simon would bring people in. It hasn't, because for the past 6 months, all you see almost every day is about Portia and Simon. That's what caught my attention. I was like, okay, this is ridiculous. I have to know what's going on. It's my job. But why aren't y'all tuning in? Why aren't you watching? Is this a season that I should actually skip? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. Our seventh quick story. Former EnVogue member Dawn Robinson reveals she is homeless and been living in her car for the past 3 years. Okay, before you feel sorry for her, let me cook. It's my new thing today. Dawn Robinson, a founding member of the legendary R&B group EnVogue, shares a video online that she has been living in her car for the past 3 years. I've been living in my car for 3 years now. It's been a challenging journey, but I've learned a lot about myself, she says. According to the article or whoever put this out, Dawn departed from the group in 2097 due to contract issues. She then joined another group, and then she dropped a solo album in 2002, and then she rejoined EnVogue briefly after from 2005 till 2009, but ultimately parted ways again in 2011 due to a disagreement about management and compensation. Whew, that was a lot to get through. Here is a little clip of Dawn. Take a listen.
You guys, for the past almost 3 years, I have been living in my car. I said it. Oh my God, it's out.
Okay, now this is a long video. I just want to play you guys a quick clip there. Some things to note. Dawn has says that she is choosing to live in her car because she wants to go through this. This is therapy for her. She wants to get to know herself, and this is something that she's doing for her. She also says that she's been documenting this, and it's on her YouTube page. So I've heard through the grapevine, not that she's not living in her car, but this is I don't want to say it's staged. I'm trying to find another word for it. Listen, like, content creators these days are trying to find different ways to create content and different ways to stand out. I have a good friend of mine from Toronto, well, not a good friend of mine, but somebody who I've met through content creating, really good guy. He sold all of his stuff. He bought a bus, like a mini bus, totally cleaned it out, carved it out, and made a full apartment, desk, kitchen, bathroom, bed, and everything. It was a whole living area. And he drove across Canada slowly for like 3 or 4 months and recorded all of it. He wasn't homeless, but he was living in a bus. Dawn is hoping to turn this into a documentary. So I'm not saying that she's not homeless, but don't feel bad for her, because it's not that she's, oh my gosh, I have no choice in life. Dawn is documenting this. She's putting it on YouTube. She's monetizing this and hoping to turn it into a documentary. So feel free to go support and watch her show, but just know that Dawn is no longer a struggling singer who's homeless. She's a former singer turned content creator making content. You guys decide how you want to digest that. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our 8th quick story. Lionel Messi steps foot on Jamaican soil for the first time ever. Let's go to the video. See the goat there? See the dog there? Yo, welcome home, man. Welcome home, Messi. Yeah, you don't have to go anywhere else in the world, man. Jamaica, we got you. We love you. We have everything there. We will make you feel, nobody will make you feel more at home than a Jamaican. I'm telling you, I bet you, this is his first time there. I bet you he ends up buying land or building a house or doing something there with that kind of greeting and that kind of welcoming. This man ain't never leaving Jamaica. Trust. Anyways, shout out to Messi. Our 9th quick story. 50 Cent roasts Rick Ross for opening up for Bow Wow and performing Drake songs. Sorry, 50 makes me laugh, man. TMZ, this is what 50 wrote. He goes, TMZ picked this up. See, you really don't want to play with me. I mean, really. Now when you warming up the crowd for Bow Wow, everyone's going to notice that you're playing Drake records. All right, of course, Rick Ross had to respond. He said, yo, 50 Cent, I'm going to buy your masters if you don't quit playing with me. Here's Ricky Rose. And while you're watching this, just notice Ricky Rose's t-shirt hanging off his shoulder. It's hilarious. Take a listen.
You struggling making that G-Unit film studio out there in Louisiana where that cheapest land at. You thought you was going to be able to do it. You thought you was going to be able to get them loans, and it ain't. What's wrong? What's taking so long? 50, who own your masters? Who own your masters? I buy your masters. You better I will buy your masters.
That's what I love about the comment section. Like, I didn't even notice the t-shirt, and then I look in the comment section, people are like, yo, I can't take this guy seriously with a stretched out neck shirt like that. Anyways, man, these two are going to have beef forever. It's just never going to end. They're both successful, both got money. I'm always on 50 Cent's side. Like, that's my guy. I feel like 50 Cent is more impactful to the culture. He's more impactful musically. He's more impactful from a TV standpoint, from an entertainment standpoint. 50 Cent just has more to offer than Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always, and y'all know how much I'm always on 50 Cent's side. I'm biased. I'll say it right now. So yeah, I'm on 50 Cent's side, but I can't take Ross seriously when he does things like this. I just can't. Let me know whose side you're on. 50, are you team 50 or team Rick Ross? Let me know in the comment section below. Our 10th quick story. High school runner charged with assault battery for alleged baton attack. We mean alleged. We all saw the video. Anyways, this is just a quick follow-up. We played this for you guys, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday. But a high school track athlete, from IC High School in Virginia has been charged with assault following a baton incident during the state championship meet. The event held at Liberty University gained widespread attention after a video surfaced showing this senior hitting another senior in the head with a baton. Yvette has maintained that the contact was accidental. Incidental is the same as accidental, no? I think it's incidental. Anyways, whatever. Accidental, and that she's going to fight this. Just wanted to follow us up. And I also wanted to say that we played this for you guys early, yo. We were on this story super early. I see now, like, more blogs are picking it up, and it's on the Breakfast Club and stuff. But we played this for you guys, like, I think on, like, Monday's episode before it got national. Hey, shout out to the Trent Out Loud team. Keep telling you, Shannon Sharpe, man, y'all should hire me, yo. Cut the check. Trent Out Loud. All right, this brings me to my favorite segment, comments of the day. All right, Mo Keep Laughing says, Trent, we love you from Richmond, VA. Shout out VA. The Eagles should just go to the White House just to ask the president directions to Jasmine Crockett's office on the Capitol, then leave immediately for Jasmine Crockett's office to speak to her about what they can do to support her run for president in the next election. Plus, she's the only one who knows how our government works anyways. Love, Jasmine Crockett. Yo, Mo, this was so funny. I wanted to get this in. Thank you so much, and shout out VA. That's exactly what I was saying. Go there and do something. I understand that people are like, no, the best protest is just not to show up and ignore. No, go and do something like that. You're never going to get invited back, but yo, that would make national headline. Such a good idea. Wear a shirt that says Jasmine Crockett. Do something. Wear a hat. Do something, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, geez. Anyways, love this idea. And yes, I also too love Jasmine Crockett. Yes, I know she's a Democrat. And I'm independent, whatever. But that's the whole thing about being a Democrat. You can also like both parties. I really like Scott Jennings, who's a Republican on CNN. Love Scott Jennings, and I also love Jasmine Crockett. So shout out to that comment. Okay, this one is Sarah. She says, hello, just shouting out from Belleville, Ontario. Just saying you rock. Yo, Sarah, what up? Belleville, Ontario. Sorry, Belleville, Ontario, Canada. What up? I always say that like Canada is my third or fourth. I think it's dropped down to like my fourth biggest market. So I get really excited when I see some Canadians in the comment section. Shout out to the US. It's US, England or Britain, whatever you want to call it. I just learned about Britain, Great Britain and England yesterday. Anyways, shout out to, so then Great Britain, then I think it's like then South Africa and then Canada. So, hey, at least Canada's top 5. I mean, it doesn't matter anyways, because remember, I'm Floridian, Jamaican, and then Canadian. Shout out to Sarah. All right. Lisa said, I legit just commented positive and it deleted my comment. She says, woof, I'll not be communicating again. I took time and care writing my message and it was only positive. I'm simply shocked. Oh, and I said I was from Canada, hoping that's not a problem. Okay, I wanted to throw this in here. Lisa, I hope you're seeing this. If somebody knows her, tag Lisa. We never delete comments. Ever, and we don't have any settings that like wait for something to be approved or whatever. So I don't know. Could be that you're writing something there that YouTube they themselves wanted to flag, maybe like the R word or the SA word. If you know, that's why I talk in code sometimes. So if you're ever writing something in the comment that's maybe like a word that you feel like YouTube might want to flag, just put like an asterisk in it. You see, we do that in our titles or in our descriptions all the time. YouTube wants to, stay friendly and all of that stuff. So just know that we never delete any comments. So please don't take that out on us. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Lisa. All right. Okay. This one is a cleanup. So this one comes from Sandra. I said something about Sandra yesterday, but I made a mistake, so I wanted to do right. It says, Trent, thank you for the shout out. However, I'm Sandra, shared account with my hubby, Rodney. My mom is Joyce in Chicago. No worries. It's all good. We still family and we are still watching. Okay. I hope you wouldn't stop watching for making that silly mistake. So thank you, Sandra. And shout out to Joyce in Chi-Town. Chi-Town, what up? So hi mom, hi Joyce, hi Sandra. And just for those who didn't see yesterday, this is what Sandra wrote to me. And she said, Trent, thank you so much for the daily videos. My mom and I, and then she put in brackets, Sandra. I read that wrong. She says, my mom and I, Sandra, I thought she was saying that her mom's name was Sandra. Watch every episode. She's in Chicago and I'm in NC. You have become an unofficial member of our family. Your posts are one of discussion for us to connect to. Thank you. So yes, you were 100% right, Sandra. I read it as if like your mom's name, but I hope you could see maybe where I got confused. My dyslexia, you know how it goes. But anyways, I want to correct that wrong. Sandra, and I was saying, a mother and son. So it's a mother and daughter, still cool. As long as 2 generations are liking the Trent Out Loud podcast. It's exactly what I said to you guys earlier. What I've done with my retail stores. I always like to be inclusive and obviously relate to my base, but anything I do in life, I always try to have a global, general appeal while still having a core audience. So it warms my heart, and especially it warms my heart even more that I'm part of your family and you're a part of mine. Hi, Joyce. All right. Next one is Dark Horse. Says, great job, Nathan from Houston, Texas, via Michigan. What up, Dark Horse? What up, Nathan? You guys know I love Texas. I do everything bigger in Texas. All right, this next one is, I think it's Caesar. I hope I'm not saying that wrong, but anyways. R. Kelly's The R album is his best work and arguably top song above the best. But I stopped listening to his music since his SA convictions. All right, Caesar or Caesar Sen. Thank you so much. Love that. A couple of people were telling me this week that's like, oh, Trent, you need to like stop talking bad about R. Kelly. And there was a couple of people, even women, that were like, yo, if you don't have anything good to say about R. Kelly, don't report on him. And I was shocked by seeing this. And I was like, I am doubling down. I'm sorry. Research. I think you guys forgot what he's been accused of doing to women, and especially Black women. Like, no. I have sisters. I have a sister, niece, and a mom. No. So now after I said that, I feel like the comments got a lot better. So protect all women at all times. All right. Dawn. Oh yes, I remember this one. Thank you. Dawn actually even told me how to pronounce her name. You'll see it at the end. She says, I feel bad when you get comments that give you so much crap about names, pronunciations, etc. My son has dyslexia, so I can relate to some of your struggles. But no matter what others have to say, you give your opinion and validate other opinions, as we are all entitled to. Your personality and spirit shows so much respect, light, warmth, and strength. You are wonderful, and just continue to do you, boo. I won't support R. Kelly. That story is extremely sad how others can't see past the music. Being a mom just makes me feel icky hearing his voice. I will continue to fly Southwest as well. Huge fan. Have a great day. My name is Dawn. The E is silent. Shh. From Dallas, Texas. Yo, shout out to Texas, man. We got Houston up in here. We got Dallas up in here. What up? Dawn, thank you very much. When I saw the name too, I was like, oh, geez. Because especially with YouTube, it's hard because the whole thing is together. And it's hard for me with my dyslexia to even make sense of the letters. And then I was like, what is her name? And then I saw at the end, you're like, there's an E, but the E is silent. So thank you for that. A couple of things to highlight. We'll go backwards here. Shout out. Yes, I see that most of you are agreeing with me that even though Southwest is still, they're going to start charging, people are still riding with them. Love Southwest. Totally agree. And I like how you're just like, just hearing his voice sounds icky. And that's exactly what I was trying to say. Like, it's not that he doesn't have a great voice and you don't like the music. It's just, how can you listen to that or sing along to it knowing what he was doing? He was writing those music for his victims who he had like I said, I can't even describe what he said because YouTube will flag the video, but just do your research on what R. Kelly did. It's like disgusting, like totally disgusting. Okay. And now about my dyslexia. Thank you for saying that. And I hope your son feels empowered by his dyslexia. If you do some research, Richard Branson has a movement where you could actually now put on your job application that you are dyslexic. It's called dyslexic thinking. And people, depending on the job that you're going into, the people with dyslexic minds get to tap into other things that people who don't have dyslexia get to tap into. So although that I might not be great at reading numbers or reading itself, that part of my brain is locked off and other parts are opened that the others are not. So hope that you could maybe relate that to your son. Don't let that hold them back. And another thing is, I would encourage your son to tell people, and that's why I say it. And I don't say it as a joke. I don't say whatever. I say it so that you can give me grace. I say, hey, that's just my dyslexia, or sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I even put it at the end of my emails. Y'all know I'm a big mental health advocate, and I think we need to normalize things. One day I'll have like a little episode about my mental health. Maybe I'll do an episode 500 because all 100 episodes I like to do something personal. And I've been trying to think what to do for episode 500. But yeah, as long as we normalize it, like I don't think it's an inability. There you go. See? And yeah, I just think that more you tell people about it, the more we normalize it, the easier it will be, and people will give you grace. For me, reading to you guys is very, very difficult. And when I first started out, it gave me a lot of anxiety because people with dyslexia, we learn to cope with this. And I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent, but it's something personal to me. So give me 2 seconds. Because it's hard for us to see letters or numbers a certain way. When I'm reading, I'm not actually pronouncing the words because it's hard for me to do that. But what I do is I memorize what that word looks like and I know what that word is. That's why it's hard with names, because it's hard for me to pronounce a name if I've never seen it before. So if I see Dawn, I know Dawn because I've seen it before. Or, going to the store, I'm not pronouncing store, but I just know that word is store. Does that make sense? So it's just you memorize what the word looks like and you know what that word is. And that's how I get through my reading. Whereas if like you guys who don't have dyslexia, you could read a word or pronounce a word that you've never seen before because you know how to articulate yourself. There you go. Anyway, so like I said, tell your son to be proud. Don't be shy about it. And do your research. Richard Branson is also dyslexic. And there's a ton of people very successful who are dyslexic. Look at me. I've written 2 books. I'm an author and I'm very successful. And I've been dyslexic since I was in elementary school. Okay. So shout out to Dawn and thank you for your comment. Woo. Okay. Now, last one, ironic. This name, never seen before and I cannot pronounce it. I went to her YouTube to put it up here and this is very difficult for me to pronounce. So I'm just going to give you a nickname and just call you Sin. I hope you don't get mad at that. Sin said, I'm so proud of you, Trent, for being a stand-up guy. It doesn't matter how talented R. Kelly is. The things he did to women were despicable. He doesn't deserve any love or support. He still needs to be punished for being a dirty man. Love from Cape Town. By the way, did you learn any native language in South Africa? Say Malu. I hope I'm not pronouncing that wrong. Sorry. So no, I didn't learn any native language out there. Unfortunately, sucks, right? I was staying in Cape Town, so there's a lot of tourists there. And because I was under a modeling contract, I couldn't just leave and do whatever I wanted to do. I did go on some safaris and went to different places, but they're always with an escort. I really wanted to go to Joburg, and they're like, nope, it's too dangerous. You cannot go there by yourself. So they're responsible for you, right? Because they pay you and they bring you out there and all that stuff. But I have made a couple of friends out there that I definitely want to go back on my own and see Cape Town. So thank you for supporting all my Cape Town massive out there. I'm definitely coming out and totally agree with R. Kelly. Thank you that most people are on the R. Kelly hate bandwagon. Thank you guys for all the comments. Sorry that I went a little bit long there. Yeah, thank you everybody, and keep commenting, and don't forget to comment where you're from, right? It's a global podcast. I want to know where all you guys are from. Jeez, can't talk today. It's because getting to the end of the show. My weekend is starting. Hey, getting excited. All right, what's next? Social discussion. I got a good one. Let's go. All right, so this brings us to social discussion of the day. Anthony Mackie says success is given, not earned. Okay, listen to this, okay? So actor Anthony Mackie shares his opinion on people telling the youth that if they work hard, get good grades, and be the best in their program, that they will be successful. The actor believes that we're lying to our kids. Success is given, it's not earned. Listen to the clip, and then I will tell you how I feel about this. Take a listen.
I've been in the business 24 years, right? And I've seen people go from nothing to the biggest stars in the world. I've seen people go from one role to winning Academy Awards and doing all that. And what I realized yesterday thinking about it, we're lying to our kids, dog. And I think that's a big problem in our community. We tell our kids that and this is fresh on my heart. Like, I literally just came to this conclusion last night. We tell our kids if they do right and they make the good grades and they go to the programs and they will become successful. If you work hard enough, your work will be paid off. And that's not true. Success is given. It's not earned. Because you can be the most brilliant. If one person don't tap you, each one of y'all. There were people who could hit harder, who could catch better, who could run faster. But somebody said, you're the one. And the other 50 behind you fell off.
All right. I agree 100,000% with this statement. Success is a 100% given to you. Now, some of you might disagree, and that's why it's here in social discussion. I actually sent this to my sister because I knew she would disagree. And some things that she said that I'm going to read to you guys. And don't worry, I won't even say my sister's name because she's very, very private. But I used it because I wanted to get like a disagreement. But first, if I send this to her, she's probably going to start freaking out like, oh my gosh, what did he say? Like, we're very similar, but like very opposite. And she's very private. So I'll edit what she says. Anyways, let me tell you why success is given. Some people, like my sister, is like, yeah, but you have to work hard for it. Nobody can give you something. 1,000%, you need to have a base, right? But the world has always worked off of the person who you like, the favors, the person who you owe something to, the person who you're more friendly with. That's just the way the world works. There's a ton of skilled people out there who never get a look because they don't know how to articulate themselves in the meeting that they get. And that is what he is saying. He is saying that he's talking in a room full of other athletes. He's saying, hey, there's somebody who threw a ball further than you or faster to you, but then somebody tapped you on the shoulder for whatever reason, said you get the opportunity to be quarterback, or you get the opportunity to be in this Academy Award winning movie. And that is the difference between success and not success. It's not just working hard. Trust me, I'm telling you. I'm going to read a passage from my book that somebody wrote about me as proof. Before we get to that, I just want to read to you what my sister wrote. She said, I understand what he's saying, but I disagree. She's saying, like I said, I wrote something to her and she goes, like I said, I understand what he's saying, but when you say success is given, that means that all somebody's hard work means less. Like your success, was it given to you or did you work hard for it? 1,000%. When I first started, I was selling clothes out the trunk of my car. I had one store at the basement of a tattoo parlor, and I was working hard, and that hard work got me a Nike account. But when the Nike bosses came from the US on their Montreal tour, they came and they met with me and they decided to choose me as the guy in Canada to be their specialty account. Not because of my store, not because of my hard work, but because of me. I won them over for whatever it is that I did. And they tapped me on the shoulder and said, yo, you're going to be our guy. And here is proof. I'll read this passage to you in the book. Well, not passage, but it was a foreword. And it says, okay, so they're in Montreal. They're saying they really didn't like, by the way, this is my book, guys. They were saying, we were caught off guard with how underdeveloped Montreal's sneaker landscape was at the time. There was good boutiques here and there, but there was nothing really to make an impact on the marketplace. After a long day, we finally reached exclusivity. From the outside, it was not much, but we noted that he had a customer and a trend source from a local secondary school that was across the street. We weren't impressed with the store, but we were captivated by Trent, his energy, and what he was trying to do. When we walked out, we finally smiled that day. We knew we wanted to be with him, and he could be the future of the marketplace. Trent proved us right. I'm so happy for his growth and success. This book revealed a side of Trent that I hadn't known, but puts it all into perspective for me now. How he grew up and the hustle, not just to make money, but to be successful. Trent's knowledge through trial and error conveyed in his book represents creativity, customer understanding, mad people skills, excellent business intuition, and tenacity at the highest level. I'm glad we made that first visit. I'm proud to be part of his business growth initially. More importantly, I'm pleased to be able to call him a friend today. Good luck, Trent. I can't wait for the next additions. Will Shelby, former Nike director. You notice how he's like, yo, I'm really proud that I was able to call him my friend. It's about the relationship that I was able to build in that half an hour visit. They went to a bunch of stores that were nicer than mine. The man wrote in my own book, yo, we weren't impressed by the store. From the outside, it was horrible. It was in a crappy little strip mall. The inside of the store was mad ghetto, but they liked me. Not my hard work that I did building the store that was crappy because I was broke at the time, but they liked me. I went there over. I built a relationship with Will. He liked me, he tapped me on the shoulder. He's like, you're the guy who I'm choosing. They brought me out to Vegas. I met the bigger people. We went out to Nike Portland, their head office, and the rest was history. Grew the company to a national brand, having sales over $100 million. That is what you need. You need to have a base. Yes, I was hardworking. Yes, I was smart. Yes, I could do blah, blah, blah. He says it in there. But without winning over the person that's going to tap you on the shoulder, you're never going to be able to have success. So there's people that are always going to say, oh, just work hard, work hard, work hard. Everything will fall into place. Nah, this world does not work like that. You need to go out there and nurture relationships, and you need to get people to like you. You need to build connections. You need to build favors. You need to be, yo, there's this guy and that guy, but yo, there's something about this guy that I like. It's not just about skills. I don't believe in luck. It's preparation and opportunity when they meet. People think that that's luck. A couple of other things. Sorry, I know I'm getting passionate about this, but it's a Friday. We could talk, right? What did I write down here? Sorry, my notes were a little bit confusing. Sorry about that. I was like, what the hell did I write here? So my note is, quick story. I was headhunting at the time, and we hired a headhunter. I was hiring like one of the biggest positions for head office. And I brought one of my Nike reps out, and I'm like, this is the first time I'm hiring for such a high level position. It was a 6-figure salary. I want you to help me make the decision. And he said, bring the 3 guys and bring them out to a restaurant. And I was like, why? He's like, listen, the headhunter is going to bring you 3 people that have master's degrees. I was hiring a controller. Okay. So you had to have a master's degree. He's like, every single one of them is going to know how to do the job. They've all been to school. They all graduated. They all had 10 years experience in their field. He said, pick the guy who you want to hang around with for 8 or 10 hours a day. And that is when I knew that that's how the world worked. And this is a big, huge Nike executive. Everybody is good at what they do. Everybody is skilled, but who's the guy that you want to hang around with for 8 or 10 hours? That's why we took him out to a restaurant, had a couple of drinks, chilling. And the person who I had the best conversation with, that's the person who we decided to hire, because they all have the same skill level, but I chose the guy who I liked. You understand? The last thing I wanted to say is team sports. This really does play a huge part, but for sports like tennis, boxing, and golf, it's a little bit less because at least a golfer, if you score the lowest score, you win. It's not like somebody has to choose you. So I just don't want this to get mixed up to say like this could be applied to anything in the world, but it really applies to team sports, acting, any job that somebody has to hire you, anything that requires somebody to say, I'm looking at this many people and I'm going to choose that. The skill is secondary or tertiary. Somebody's going to say Trent's making up another word. Somebody said they're going to create a Trent dictionary in 2025. Anyways, all I'm saying is teach your kids hard work, get good grades. Yes, that is all really important. It's going to get them the interview and it's going to get them to their sports team. It's going to get them to their acting job. But once they get into that acting job and there's 10 people, that's when the magic happens. You need to work your connections. You need to work your personality. And it's the person who you want to be around. And that, unfortunately, is always going to outplay the skill. People want to be around people who they know, who they like, who they feel. And it's also, I know if I do this for them, what can you do for me? You know what I'm saying? So it's a tangle web we weave. You know what I mean? I say that all the time. But, and last note, even the person who's, for example, playing golf and only thing I have to do is score the least. But to get to that point of being able to get to the pros, coach has to be able to pick you, and a coach has sometimes a good coach has a big roster of people who want to get into to their camp. They got to like you to pick you if there's only 10 spots, right? Some tournaments, you have to know somebody to get into these tournaments. So even an individual sport or whatever it is, I'm telling you guys, and I know it sucks. It sucks. I wish it wasn't like that, but I'm telling you, that's what life is about. And you can apply this lesson to anything. Your skill and your hard work only gets you in the door. Once you're in there, it's who you know, how you can work the room. It's your gift of gab. It's the things that you're going to say. It's all about connections. That's what life is all about. So let me know. There might be some people like my sister who disagree. She ended off the conversation with saying, so I guess I should just tell people to just not work hard anymore. Like, that's how she ended the conversation. I'm like, I put the emoji with like hands on her face. I was like, is that what you got out of this whole conversation? No, you need to tell them to work hard. Anybody who's listening to this, you need to work hard, but also know that what's going to get you the job or the space on the team or the movie role or whatever is not just your hard work alone. It's your personality and it's your connections and it's who you know or what you could do for that person if they do something for you. I know it sucks, but it's just how the world works. Anyways, that was me. I told you it was going to be a good discussion. Let me know. Sound off in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. People who shower for 30 plus minutes. What you be doing in there, yo? I wanted to put this in here because I'm one of those people who shower for as long as possible. Like, I used to shower till the hot water ran out, but now in my house I have 2 hot water tanks, so it never runs out. Yo, I will stay in the shower like long, yo. Anyways, somebody said, yo, I'm in there praying, singing, and meditating. Somebody said enjoying the hot water. That's what I'm doing, yo. I just sit there and just the hot water, especially with like long hair. Even when I was like had low haircuts or whatever, my shower head is hard. I cannot take like a light shower head, if I'm in like a hotel or Airbnb or whatever, a 2-second shower. If you have like a hard beating thing, it's like a massage, woo, it's life. Somebody said, enjoying peace and calm. I do feel like it's a break. I feel like it's therapeutic and it's a break. Somebody says, having a concert. It's so weird. I sing more on this podcast than I do in the shower. I never understood the singing things. And I get it. The acoustics are supposed to be better, but I guess maybe I'm such a good singer. I don't need a shower to sing. You know what I'm saying? I was about to sing something, but I'll spare y'all. Somebody said a full concert, drinks, facials, prayers, and meditation. Y'all have drinks in the shower? I've never done that. That's so weird. Somebody says singing a little, twerking a little, consulting with other members of my brain. You know, the usual. Y'all are funny, man. Somebody says we're doing the stuff that the 10-minute folks are not doing. Another person says I'm washing my sins away. It's against my another person said it's against my religion to tell y'all my business. Somebody says therapy, face care, body scrub, and okay, I can't say that last thing. I knew that was gonna pop up somewhere. Somebody said, okay. Well, maybe I could say this. I'd be spinning the rotisserie chicken. I have to be careful. Okay, no, I'm not saying that. Somebody says, winning fake arguments, singing, crying, meditating, praying. The people who take less than 30 minutes, y'all scared to be alone with your thoughts or something? It's a good question. Why don't you want to be alone for that long, yo? Somebody says using my different body washes and scrubs. Another person says singing, thinking. Yo, I think a lot in there, man. I could get lost in a thought. And I have like a little part where I can like sit down and like I sit down and I'll angle the thing on me and I just sit down. I'll turn on the jets. Woo! 6 jets and a thing. Bro, I could fall asleep in there, man. I have actually. Somebody says pretending I'm Ray J in the One Wish video. Woo! I knew I would find a good question of the day for Friday. Another person said meditating, dancing a little saint. Dancing for a little saint. I don't know what that means. I'm sure it's some joke. Somebody said wasting the water. Somebody said American Idol. wait. Somebody says waiting for warm water. Yo, when you're in Jamaica, you're in another place like this, and the water takes so long to come. Yo, I cannot handle that, man. I cannot. Anyways, let me stop this because I could keep going. Somebody says confessions with my other personalities. Woo! Soaking in the ambiance. All right, I'm done. Let me know in the comment section below. I only want to know from the people. Well, no, sorry. I want to know who takes the 5-minute shower. My father can literally take a shower in 2 minutes. He's like, yo, in the army, yo, we had no hot water. You go in there, you wet up, you soap up, and you dry off. Like he could dry himself off with without a towel. He still does that to this day. Super weird. He like dries himself off with his hands or whatever, and then he'll like get a towel and like, I'm already dry. Like it's what we learned to do in the army. Like this happens when you grow up in Jamaica, man. Like my father grew up and he was very poor. They didn't have toilet paper. They had certain leaves in the yard. Like first of all, they didn't have a toilet inside. They had a toilet outside. It wasn't a toilet. It was a pit. My father grew up and mother. Oh, hold on. Maybe that was my mom. So my dad was in the city. I know they had an outhouse, but they could have. Yeah, sorry. I know maybe he could have had an outhouse. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, but anyways, my dad used to say that when they would move around the pit, they would put a banana tree and it would grow like the most like ripe and fruitful bananas. My uncle said that that's a lie, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, so what happens when you grow up in those places, man. You don't have the luxury of taking a long shower. So when I was a kid, oh my gosh, my father would get so mad. What are you doing in there so long? Wasting all this water? 2 minutes taking a shower. I think now that's probably why as an adult I have my own house, have my own crib, have my own bills. Yo, I'm showering forever. Anyways, let me know. Short showers, long showers, and people who take long showers, what are you doing for half an hour in the shower? For me, I'm thinking chilling, getting my massaging. Let me know in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to sports news, and I do this sometimes, and I put sports news in quick news. So the Messi story being in Jamaica was supposed to be in sports news, but I put it in quick news, and it's okay because it's Friday. I'm not moving it. Hey, dress down Friday. Do whatever I want on a Friday. I'm just taking up a little bit of time because it's, I can't just have the segment be like a couple of seconds. So, sports news. Here, you want me to sing? Here, want me to sing? Hey, sports news. It's sports news. All right, I'm done. Sorry. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for kicking with me on this Friday episode. I hope you have fun. For those who are new, we're not always this silly. We just reserve the silliness for Friday. Actually, that's not true because I'm silly all the damn time. All right. Thank you guys so much for kicking with me. I'm out. I'm going to kick off my weekend. And thank you. Oops, I'm about to start doing my clothes off. But thank you so much for kicking with me all week. Really appreciate it. All the views, all the likes. Love y'all. Love y'all. Love y'all. Thank you. We had a great week. Make sure you tune in for next week. All right. Before you go, I just want to remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. For those of you who are used to watching on YouTube and you're going on a flight or you're going somewhere where you don't have access to your YouTube, we got you. The Trent Out Loud podcast is available on all podcast platforms. So you could download the show, take it with you. Just go to your desired site, type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Do not forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. Now, vice versa. For those who are used to listening on podcast platforms, thank you. However, little request, try to come over to YouTube because it's a vibe over here. We have a great community over here on YouTube. And why do you just want to listen to me where you could see me live in the flesh? Hey, I got a Tupac shirt on today. My curls is curling. Like, what up? Like, can't just listen to the Trent Out Loud podcast. You needed to see what's going on. You need to see what's popping. We play videos and pictures. It's a vibe over here. So come on and hang out. Just go over to YouTube and type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. There's a couple of things that you're going to need to do, though. First of all, you got to hit that subscribe button. That is just a must. You got to subscribe. Second thing is you got to hit that like button. Third thing is you got to comment. You just have to. This is what we do over here at the Trent Out Loud podcast. You got to comment. Hi, Trent. Whatever it is, something negative, something positive. It doesn't matter. But tell me where you're from because I like to see all of the destinations that we are hitting. And then lastly, this is a bonus. If you really like the show after watching the whole thing, make sure you watch the whole thing. Not every single part is going to be for you, but maybe after you're watching and you like the show, you can forward it to one of your friends, share the show because it helps in growing the channel. And I'll appreciate it very much. And so will my mom because she wants to see her son be even more successful. Love you, Mom. All right. That is it. Is that it? No. Oh, yeah. Social media. I'm also available on all social platforms for those who want to follow me. Just go to any social platform and type in Trent Out Loud. I will pop up. Don't forget to send me a DM and say, what up? All right. That's it. I'm done. I'm leaving. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Have fun. Spend time with your family. Spend time with your friends or spend time by yourself. Whatever you want to do. Just have a good time. And I'll see you here Monday morning sharp for the Trent Out Loud podcast. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.